Okay, it's April 4th. I just got my certified subpoenas from the courthouse. So now I just got to send all that to the sheriff's department. I got to mail it. And hopefully some of these witnesses will show up at that court date. I hope. Okay, so I'm bringing in 3 people. Hopefully they do show up. I don't know, you know, given their character. But basically it's 3 of the people that I definitely have on camera willfully destroying my property on behalf of Miss Crosnoe after she signed that settlement agreement. So I'm hoping if they come in, the judge will see that in spite of signing that settlement agreement, she still was willfully, actively causing me grief. And hopefully that'll convince the judge to end that settlement agreement. Hey, it's April 8th, and I'm here at the police department to see if I can pick up as many police reports as I can from the moment my neighbor signed that settlement agreement, just to show, yeah, she's still actively harassing me. Okay, just get ready to leave the police department. I am going to get a copy of the call history regarding my neighbor and I. It's going to cost a little bit, you know, but it's worth it. I could either subpoena it at $40 or pay $30 and have them print it out and give it to me now. So that's what I went with. But yeah, apparently there is quite the history. It's not my imagination. In spite of that cease and desist order that my neighbor has about not calling the police on me, they show where she has called them 23 times. 23. I was aware of about maybe 18 of them. But yeah, 23 times. And, and then, of course, my 7 times for her destroying my property or her friends harassing me, destroying my property, whatnot. So, yeah, there's definitely some history there, right? Okay, so I'm back, and I'm going to have to wait until Tuesday, actually, to get all that paperwork because they got to print it out, and they want it in chronological order, and I wanted to make sure that everything is included, you know, as far as when I called about the destruction of my fence and I was told that it was a civil matter. When she called and claimed that I was trespassing because I swept up her leaves, and when the Rotary Club called and said I was trying to steal my wood. So yeah, they're going to print it out and they'll have it ready for me on Tuesday. So that'll help. At least if nothing else, if I don't get to show the judge anything, I do get to show the judge that ever since she signed that contract, my crazy neighbor, she clearly did it in bad faith because she has been harassing me continuously and using the police department to do it. Using other people, her friends, her employees, her tenants. It clearly shows that I've done nothing to deserve it. You know, that's the main thing here. I mean, I said she could make minimum monthly payments. You cannot borrow money from the bank and then after you make that payment, go break a window. Right? So, yeah, I need to have this settlement agreement come to an end. So I hope the judge sees that my request to end the settlement agreement is worth ending it. All right, thank you. Have a good Friday. Bye. I keep screwing up. I'm trying to, you know, do this sheriff's service of the subpoenas. I still got time, though, so that's good. But apparently, even though I got everything certified and filled out all the forms correctly, it sent it certified. Apparently, I forgot to sign the bottom of the instructions to the sheriff. They need my John Hancock. They need my autograph. So they're mailing it back to me, and it may arrive today. And if so, then I got to run to the post office and get it back in the mail. And then They should get it by Monday. And then at that point, next week sometime, hopefully the people will start getting served. Yeah. Don't forget to sign the bottom of the paper. Okay, it arrived. Good deal. Whew. Okay, I'm here at the police department. I'm ready to pick up those call records. Yeah, this was just before Christmas when she was mad about me sweeping her leaves. I thought it was a joke, but it's real. Yeah, she actually called the police, demanding to speak to an officer regarding neighbor who placed leaves on her driveway. No witness, but there may be video across the street. But reporting party hasn't checked yet because she knows who did it. Yeah, I just picked up the paperwork, and clearly the calls that my neighbor has been making to the police about me are just a harassment. You know, I haven't done anything to her. But I have this now for the judge to show her that, yeah, she's been harassing me even though she signed that document stating she would just make minimum monthly payments, and I gave her that option. And every time my payment's due, she either harasses me with the police or destroys my property or steals my property, anything that can cause me grief, basically. Okay, so I am back from the police department. They gave me a yes. Every call that she ever made regarding me ever since she signed that contract. And, of course, they gave me the calls that I made regarding her. And it definitely shows a pattern of every call she made regarding me was needless. You know, clearly they never took me away, but then again, they never took her away. And that's because she's certifiably 5150. But it does show that, yeah, every time she called, it was right around the time that a payment was due. And just dumb stuff that I raked leaves in front of her house. You know, just a bunch of lies as far as the other stuff, saying I was assaulting her friends, and then it shows, of course, the Rotary Club and how they were forced to call because she claims I was trying to steal my own property. Yeah, so anyway, in the calls that I made, they clearly show it was just malicious activity on her part. All her other clowns that are there, what they've done to me, and each call was regarding the fence, you know, and so, yeah, I got a feeling if nothing else, that call report will reflect to the judge that I need to end the settlement agreement because clearly it has not been to my benefit to have one with her. And that kills me because I swept up leaves. That warranted a phone call to the police regarding me. Yeah. Here she says, I am spray painting my retaining wall orange. Here, this is her friend Victor. Yeah. And the reporting party, that's her, claims that she has a worker on her property in a tree with a chainsaw, and I'm harassing the worker in the front yard wearing a bright colored shirt. Harassing, handing him an offer of money, which I did pay him, by the way, to chop down that part of the tree that was hanging over my fence. And then she stopped him, if I recall. Yes, she stopped him from chopping down. Yeah, this is where the Rotary Club is doing a cleanup at the location, and there is a neighbor yelling and preventing them from performing their service. I didn't yell once. I just said, that's my wood. I'd like it back, please. Hey. It's April 12th, and I was outside, actually, and I saw the sheriff vehicle pulling up, so I came in here. They're currently serving those subpoenas, and I don't know who's going to get served successfully, but at this point in time, I can see that John's not there, so clearly he is not getting served today. And, well, you know, I'm sure Linda's radar went right up. Like it did when I had Riley served, the kid that was tearing apart all my lighting on the pole on her behalf. Anyway, she said, well, she didn't know how to get in touch with him anymore and that he was no longer working for her. And, of course, he never showed up again, right? So, but I'm hoping maybe the sheriff will still somehow make contact with John. And, yeah, he's still got to also hit the rehab center and go after Victor. And, of course, the Rotary Club. So, court date is in less than 3 weeks. I definitely want these people to be there if possible. Okay, today's date is 4/15, and I'm here at the Ventura County website, just checking to see who's been served and who hasn't. And of course, it says right here, affidavit of unsuccessful service. Of course, I paid for it anyway, but I want to see who it is. So let's see together. I'm going to guess it's John, just because. Yeah, John. See, and I'm just seeing why it's unsuccessful. But received it following payment and due search, careful inquiry, and diligent attempts for the dwelling house or unusual place. Anyway, John. Now they have his license plate, so they should be able to track him down just via his license plate. But okay, John's not going to be there, but I still have the option to pay another process server and take that chance. This is on the date, so they only tried it once, but this is the date, 4/12 when I saw him. Subject does not live at location. I said he worked there, and is a handyman for homeowner Linda Crosnoe. No further information available. So yeah, I think it's probably to my advantage to see if I have a person who can actually do the process survey. See, there's John there, hiding from the process server. Say hi to the process server. Yes, clearly John is hiding out, not very well because I saw him. And I just called a process server. So hopefully that'll get taken care of today. Hopefully. It's Sunday, April 16th, and I have a registered process server handing it. Okay, it was pretty uneventful. He didn't try and run or anything. That's cool.
That's it. That's it. That's what's going to happen. Right there.
Hey, John. There you go. You served. Have a good day.
Thank you.
Sounds all
All right, Linda.
Yeah, appreciate it.
All right, dear.
Okay.
She's pissed.
Yeah.
Money well spent. Thank you. I get this in the mail tomorrow and file this successful service of John with the courthouse. And hopefully it all gets recorded and everything's good. And we'll see what happens. We'll see if he actually shows up, right? He probably won't show up because, yeah. I even though he wants to talk to me, and even though he loves destroying my property just because he feels like it, and even though he's willing to go to court with Linda as a witness to the abuse that David did to her, I don't know. I don't think he's going to show up, but I could be mistaken, right? I just know that the element of surprise definitely was in my favor today. You know, I do. I suggest that if you're having problems with the sheriff serving somebody because that somebody is avoiding being served, go with a process server. Because one, they're not in uniform, so it's not expected. Yeah, it really was pretty smooth and easy today. I was quite pleasantly surprised to see that all he had to do was say, "Hi, Linda. Hi, John," and you've been served. It was that simple, yeah. A little more pricier than the sheriff, but worth it. Definitely worth it.